In this episode, we talk about how much cardio is too much cardio that affects your gains with a Z. Welcome to episode 20 of AskTheLjs. I flew in there, nearly hit Lawrence in the head. Boom. Imagine we both went to it.
Smack.
That's great TV.
It was like me tossing a grape in my mouth the other day.
Yeah,
smacking my
on
head on the window.
Snapchat, but it didn't work. So before we started recording this, we literally have Mitch. Let's get a mashup. So we put it in like of us doing DJ Khaled's.
Another one.
Exactly. Another
Another one.
episode. That's terrible. Right. Episode 20. Let's go, Lawrence, because time is ticking and I need some chicken.
I need some chicken too. Right, today's question comes from J Padilla on Instagram.
If you're not following us on Instagram, make sure you
give it a
do.
follow.
At Shred by
Science. So he has asked, how much is too much cardio? Which is possibly the most open-ended question we have ever had. So,
Well done. You made it.
yeah.
You are the most open-ended fan we have. Take that as you will. While Lawrence continues to laugh, I thought it was funny-ish, better than my another episode joke.
You don't want to know where my mind just went.
Yeah, I know. Open-ended doesn't work. So, the question, as Lawrence has highlighted, it is quite general.
How long is a piece of string?
Factors to take into account. I'm going to start off with one that you probably don't expect me to start off with. What is your NEAT? Because some people, like we put a post up in Shredded by Science, or I put a post up Shredded by Science Facebook group. We had people from, what was Nat on, like 180?
Yeah.
180 steps.
Yeah.
And this was like later on in the day, yeah? To someone over 30,000.
M-Dog.
M-Dog's over 30,000. No. Nat, to put that into context, Nat is our Academy illustrator. And her commute in the morning is from her bed
To her desk.
to her desk in the same house. And so she probably doesn't move around a lot. By the sounds of things, she doesn't fidget much. You know, I think she's been dieting. So again...
And that explains, Nat, if you're watching this, which you should be, every single episode, why your weight hasn't budged. Because based on you having 180 steps in a whole day, like a normal day, this was in the evening I posted it, is probably a record.
Yeah, that's pretty low.
Or there's an error there. But that's the thing I want to look at is, again, starting off is, what is your NEAT? So on average for this week, I'm doing about 12,000 steps, which is more than probably average.
I brought up like 8 or 9.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So then what I would look at is, again, what is your NEAT and do you need additional cardio if your goal is just weight loss? And that's another thing, you've got to look at your goals. Are you looking to lose weight? Are you looking to put weight on? How many of these guys, and what we noticed as well, if you're obviously a personal trainer and you're watching this, on that thread, those which are personal trainers on a gym floor were all averaging over 20,000 steps a day.
They're hustling, baby.
24/7, 365.
Another one.
Another year. So yeah, based on your goals, etc. Lawrence, you can take over.
Yeah, the first thing I would look at is, well, how much do they enjoy doing?
Yeah. Do you actually like cardio?
Do you like cardio? Because we don't.
Cardio affects our gains with a Z.
No, if they like doing cardio, then maybe put a bit more in. If they don't like doing cardio...
Oh, so you mean you actually listen to someone and find out what their preferences are? You don't just prescribe them that they need to walk on a treadmill 45 minutes in the morning on an incline at 10.
And a more general program design note, the first things I take into consideration, the main things I take into consideration beyond someone's goal are how much time do they have to train and what do they enjoy doing. Those are the main two factors in how I will set out someone's training week.
Yeah.
And
I like to do, if someone's like losing weight and they're like, I don't like doing cardio, then I'll just set them like a step goal.
Yeah.
Just say, right, let's work out your steps. let's increase it, because then it doesn't feel like cardio.
No.
Technically, again, it's just
You
non-exercise
may end up
activity
with
thermogenesis.
pacing up and down their bedroom because they need to
Trying
fit
to
in
get
an
the
extra 10,000.
like you get the
1,000
people as in, I've got 2 grams of protein left. I need to create a meal
With
which
2
gets
grams.
me 2 grams of protein. So yeah, it's just sort of, if you don't like cardio, typical as in, I don't want to go to the gym, or I don't want to go for a jog, or I don't want to go for a bike ride, then don't feel like you need to do cardio to lose weight.
No, you don't have to.
Get your diet in check, and then look at your NEAT levels. And then again, NEAT it's a very underrated thing, as you can see from the wide range we had in the Facebook group, 180 to like 30,000 plus. So there's a massive difference. So if you are a non-NEAT freak and you want to lose weight, look at doing activities like walking up the stairs, like walking to the shops rather than driving to the shops, and look at those activities where they don't feel like cardio, but they are going to have an impact on calorie expenditure.
And then building on that, assuming we are going to put in some structured cardio now, like assuming that we've looked at NEAT levels and they're already good enough, we've looked at their attitude and personal preference, and we've decided, yeah, let's put in some structured cardio. The general rule of thumb is very, very similar to weight training. The higher the intensity, the more easily it becomes a burden on someone. So if you wanted to equate it to weight training, if you asked me to do 3 sets of 10 push-ups every single day, I could do that, not a problem. Similarly, if you asked me to do a 20-minute walk every single day, that would not be an issue at all. If you then asked me to go max out on my squat every single day, that would probably burn me out quite quickly.
Even just psychologically.
Yeah.
And it's all about the whole hit and list, which one's better, which one's not. Again, looking at your goals, and if you are trying to just do HIIT because you think HIIT is the only option, and let's say you're hitting legs 2-3 times a week, but during those times you're doing high impact HIIT, as in you think you're and this is the thing, let's get this right, people, yeah? Let's bring it in. You can't do HIIT on a treadmill for 30 seconds on, 30 seconds off. That is not HIIT.
That is interval training,
Yes.
but it's not HIIT.
Again, that treadmill can only probably go up to 18 kilometers per hour. That is not HIIT.
With HIIT, you feel like you are dying.
Yeah. And you don't, and it's not like a 1-to-1 ratio. It's more like a 1-to-10, 6, 10, whatever ratio of work to rest.
Whenever you stop feeling like you might be seeing God.
Yeah. So when you go, I'm going to go and do my HIIT in the gym, you're a dickhead. You don't do HIIT in the gym. You're just doing moderate intensity interval training. You're mitting it, man. So, bringing it back to proper HIIT. Again, then you can start looking at modality as well, congruent training. Mike Zuda's done a whole unit on the SBS Academy.
Did.
Plug it. I don't give a crap. We're giving you 20 episodes. This is the first time we've actually said about like the Academy.
I'm fairly sure I've said about it.
Yeah, but we ain't like right hooked and said you need to sign up to it because it is the best goddamn academy in the world.
If you're watching this, you know you do anyway.
Yeah, you're just giving you value.
We don't need to tell you.
Yeah. So if you want to learn from the best, Mike's the best.
Mike is the best.
Mike is the best. Mike Zulos.
Best.
So yeah, going back to that, you've got to look at what your desires and goals are. If you're doing HIIT in there just because you think you're like the best because you HIIT on the treadmill,
You want to be hitting it hard.
yeah, and then it has a negative impact on your recovery, and therefore when you go to squat and you really want to hit heavy squats and you want to be getting PRs, PBs, it may be that too much cardio is affecting your weight training gains. And for me, it's never worth it.
No. So the higher the intensity, the more likely it's going to impact on your other training sessions.
Your resistance training.
Like your resistance training sessions. And then again, like Luke said, which body parts are emphasised. If you're going to do like Wingate tests on a bike the day before you want to go max out on your squat, that's probably a dumb idea.
Yeah. And then you got whole other factors like nutrition, recovery, sleep, stress. It's a big old thing.
It's such an open-ended topic. I mean, just if you are structuring cardio sessions into a week, you've got to, again, just the same as treat them the same as a weight session. You've got to think, what is the intensity of this? So, if it was a weight session, would I go and do 10 sets of 10 squats the day before I wanted to hit a 1 rep max? No, that would be dumb. Similarly, am I going to do a really exhaustive, really glycolytic hit session, cardio session, the day before I go and, again, hit a really intense leg session? No. So again, you've got to think, what's the intensity, which body parts are being emphasized, which energy systems are being emphasized versus the energy systems that are being trained like in subsequent training sessions. What's my cycle like? Does this drain me psychologically? And compare that. Like, again, you've got to think of all of these things when structuring a training program. It's not just a random assortment of sets, reps, duration of cardio, calories burned, all the rest of it. If you are doing cardio strictly for the calories burned, go lower intensity, like much lower intensity, like Luke said before.
Go neat.
Set a step goal and just work towards that, because that is far and away the best way of just ensuring like total calories burned over the course of the day.
And the intensity of it is not going to be over the threshold for your body to start causing an adaptation. We all walk.
Exactly. So
do you know what I mean? So then you're not combating, then you've got the whole thing of, can I do my endurance work and my strength? Will that affect my muscle mass or my strength? Well, again, if the stimulus is low enough and it's not going over your threshold of adaptation, then it's not going to have no negative impact when you go to lift in the gym. So if we summarise, too much cardio is very individualised.
Yeah.
It's based on your goals, your preferences, your desire. And if you're doing cardio just for the sake of it and you're not enjoying it and it's not going to get you to achieve the goal you want to achieve any quicker, or it may have a negative impact, then it's probably too much cardio.
Smashed it.
That was a good one.
Smashed it.
That was really good. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you for the question.
If you enjoyed that, let us know. Subscribe on iTunes. Leave us some feedback and comment in section. We want some more comments. Give us some more.
If you've got any questions for us, again,
Yes, we need
hashtag AskTheLjs on Twitter.
Instagram.
Hit us up on Snapchat,
even on
Instagram, Facebook, any of our social media
We will
stuff.
find them.
We will find them. Let us know.
And we
if
will
you've
find
got any
you.
questions, we'll find you.